Okay, so let's backtest gold for the second half of 2017. So what do we have here? Now the first, at the moment, basically what we have from a daily perspective. Now, nothing really, right? Because the market went down from here, up, down, up, down, up. At the moment, you don't really have any strategy to apply. Also on the weekly time frame, let's see what we have. Yeah, on the weekly, we're basically at the previous low, so nothing we can really do. We can't really be trading gold at the moment because we don't have any strategy that is applying. So let's see what will develop now on gold. Okay, so now we can be starting to look at a long because we have an ICI, we have our impulse correction, we expect the next impulse. So let's go on the 4-hour time frame and see what is going on. Now guys, I will bring now the indicators, and remember, ignore them on all time frames except the 4-hour time frame. I won't be taking them off every time because basically it would take too much time. So we're looking for a long. At the moment the environment is bullish, but the market is below the EMA, so we can't really be looking for a long yet. Okay, so the market just exploded to the upside without giving us a possibility to take a trade. So let's just keep going on. So again, we have another ICI. Here we can definitely expect this impulse correction and next impulse to the upside. What do we have on the weekly time frame? Yes, on the weekly, definitely we can expect continuation to the upside. Let's go on the 4 hours and see what we have on the 4 hours. On the 4 hours at the moment, from here, definitely the market went for a nice manipulation, taking all stop losses that were below this level out with this wick, which is very good. So we can definitely expect continuation to the upside, which is coming exactly now. So at this point, basically, I would like to see a minor retracement to this level, and then from here we can take our long. Because why here? Because here we have our previous resistance or support, which is supposed to be retested. And for what regards the target, basically what we can be looking at as a target, we have the -27 here. So overall will be a 1 to 3 risk to reward, and this is overall what we can be looking at. Let's see if it triggers. Okay, so it didn't trigger. Okay, so this overall was a no trade because the market never made the retracement, and let's keep going. Now, as you know, commodities tend to be a little bit harder. I mean, it is not easy as the Forex market. Forex market is just the easiest market. Commodities a little bit harder. So here again, we have an ICI strategy. So from here, we're definitely supposed to see the market go up. We have impulse correction. We expect the next impulse. Let's go on the 4 hours and see how we can be taking this long. Okay, so again, no confirmation, the market just exploded to the upside and no retracement. I mean, we could be looking for a long from here, but it won't really be a high probability long because the market could easily make a deeper pullback and then continue. If it makes a deeper pullback, then we can enter. But if it could just continues to the upside from here, then we can't really be looking at the long. And yeah, that is exactly what happened. So let's keep going and see what is going on. So at the moment, market just consolidating inside of this region. And okay, so actually I missed this candle here. So let's see what is going on. So this is overall what is happening. Impulse correction, and now we're supposed to get another impulse. So we have an ICI strategy. Now after this candle, it's pretty clear that the market is supposed to move to the upside. Let's see if in this case, because at the moment we had an ICI here, we had an ICI here, and we had an ICI here, but we never got an entry on the 4 hours. Let's see if here we have the possibility to take an entry on the 4 hours. Okay, so here we do have the possibility to take the entry, luckily. That is basically exactly here. Okay, in this case, we do have the possibility to take the entry, and it's exactly at this moment after this huge manipulation candle. Now, these candles here usually are given by news, meaning that basically the market goes down, takes out all the stop losses that are here, and then the market just closes by above and closes above this level. Now, what did it also break when it closed above this level? It broke this counter trend line, and at that point we can be taking our long. Now where will we place our stop loss? Now in this case, after a manipulation like this, the explosion to the upside is supposed to be pretty big. So in this particular cases, you can just keep your Fibonacci from the low to the high on the daily, and you can be targeting either the minus 27 or the minus 61.8. Now if we're targeting the minus 27, let's see if we get a 1 to 3 risk to reward using basically a protected stop. So we do get still a 1 to 3 risk to reward to the minus 27 with a stop loss that is placed below the trend line. So even if the market makes some pullbacks, it's still going to be protected. So definitely this is something that we can be looking at. Everything seems pretty good. All stop losses already taken out. So definitely, yeah. So this is overall what we get finally in ICI to the upside where we found an entry. So 1 to 3 on this. Let's keep going and see basically what we have. So at the moment we have, okay, so this case the market just exploded to the upside from this level. Now in this particular cases, how are we supposed to take the entry? So it is pretty strange, the price action that we're getting on gold. So what do we have here? Okay, we have our previous resistance, now to our support here. Okay, and what do we expect? We expect this level to hit and then the market continue to the upside, because on the daily we clearly have the ICI, right? We have our impulse, we have our correction, and we expect the next impulse to the upside. So on the 4 hours, this is what we get. Now, if we go, we can't just place our long from here, right? We have to wait for this level to hit, because if we place our long here, we're basically taking the long below the EMAs, which is always a little bit riskier. So now the market hit, and now the market closed back inside of the EMAs, and there's where you can take your long. The stop loss will be below the low. And what about the take profit? Always the same rules over and over again. You will take your Fibonacci from the low to the high. The minus 27 is here. And overall, let's see if we get a 1 to 3. Yes, you get a 1 to 3. And yeah, this will be the setup. Now, obviously, you are risk free. And yeah, it did work out. So this is what is going on gold. Let's keep going and see what we have. Okay, so now the market made a low retracement, lower low. Now if the market makes a retracement, we will have an ICI for a push to the downside. Let's see if on the weekly we are actually confirming the short. Yes, because we do have this overextended W formation, so we can expect continuation to the downside, or in other words to this level here, which is the neckline. So going down on the daily, let's see if we get the retracement that we want to see. Okay, so actually we did get the retracement, but not as deep as we wanted, so we can't really trade it. And at the moment, can we be looking at a short? No, we can't be looking at a short because it would be too risky. It looks on the daily quite good for the short, but look at what we have on the weekly, okay? On the weekly, we have a clear ICI to the upside, but on the daily, we are bearish, so we have to wait for the 2 time frames to combine and basically to show the same direction. So at the moment, everything is pushing to the downside. I want to see when basically things will change for a possible push to the upside. At the moment, everything is still bearish. Okay, so now price action starts to be bullish. Why? Because we had our impulse, we had our correction. We can expect the ICI to the upside, and this ICI to the upside would combine with what we have from our weekly, which is, again, we want to see this ICI to the upside complete. So if we go down on the 4 hours and look for a good long entry, what we can see is that at the moment, the environment of the market is still bearish. EMA is cut for short, MACD below the 0. So we have to wait. Let's wait and see if it will change. So at the moment, everything is still bearish. Everything's still bearish. Still bearish. Still bearish. Okay, so now is exactly the moment in which the environment of the market shifted. We have previous resistance turn support here. So everything looks pretty good for this long position. Now, when it comes to the target, on the daily time frame, as you know, this will be the previous leg. So we will be taking our fib from the low to the high. Minus 27 is here. So we will be targeting the minus 27. And overall, as a stop, we could use it below this low, but it would be very, very small. very small stop loss. So easily, basically market makers can do this small manipulation and take all the stop losses below this low out. So since we can, because we still get a 1 to 4 risk to reward if we put it below this low, why not play it a little bit safer? Okay, so we might actually get stopped out on this trade because look at what we have. Left shoulder, head, here we have right shoulder. So the market now should actually go down and stop us out. Let's see if it will do it. Okay, so actually seems like it will hold. We still can't go risk free, okay? We still can't go risk free. Okay, so actually we could go risk free, but we will see. So technically after this candle here, after this green candle here, we should have gone risk free, okay? But in this case, it was such choppy price action that sometimes it's best in this case is to not go risk free, okay? Because it's such a choppy price action. But technically, if you want to play it safe after this green candle that try to make a higher high, you're supposed to be risk free. But in general, let's consider the fact that we didn't go risk free because it's always better to have a to play it like for the worst case scenarios when you're backtesting. So doing some mistakes on purpose. So let's see what we have, and it seems we are still in the trade. We can't go risk free yet. If this high breaks, we will go risk free. Okay, if the market will go above this high, then we can go risk free. Okay, so now we are risk free. Okay, break even. So as you can see, basically price action has been garbage at the moment. We have garbage price action. Look at the movement in the market. The market is just inside of this area, nothing, doing nothing. Okay, so not good at the moment. Let's continue. We still want to see the long, okay? We still want to see the ICI to the upside complete. Let's keep monitoring and see if we find another entry for the long, because at the moment, the long side is the only side that makes more sense to be considering. At the moment, still nothing you can do. Okay, so this was actually a situation in which we had to take another long at this level here. Now, why we had to take another long here? For the simple fact that we have previous resistance turn support at this level, and the environment of the market is bullish. Market is above the zero, EMAs are cut for long, stop loss below this low, and basically when it comes to our take profit is the exact same take profit as in the other case. And let's see what will happen. So the market is going up for now. And yeah, now we are absolutely risk-free on the trade. And yeah, break even. Again, another break even. So very, very choppy price action, not good at all here on gold. And let's see how it will develop. Okay, so now, I mean, after all this like craziness here, you shouldn't be looking for a trade, okay? Because it's like you don't have any good probabilities at the moment. Okay, so now the market created this very nice impulse, started a correction. We have an ICI to the downside, okay? We can be looking for a short if on the 4 hours, basically we will start getting some sort of confirmation. Let's see if, okay, the environment of the market already shifted to bullish. We have to see if basically we will see this environment shift back to bearish. If it will shift back to bearish, then we can definitely be taking a short, but it doesn't really seem it wants to go down. It seems actually it wants to break up. Yeah, absolutely. It is not shifting environment, and at the moment it already retraced basically all the way up here. So we definitely are not looking for this ICI because it already retraced more than 61.8. We are probably at the 78.6 area at the moment. Yeah, also exceeded the 78.6. So definitely we can't be looking for a short now. And yeah, the second half of 2017 was actually pretty bad price action on gold. So overall we had 2 break evens. We still had these 2 wins at the beginning, 2 ICIs, but anyway we missed this ICI, yeah, 2 ICIs, 3 ICIs. We missed this one, we missed this one, and we missed this one. Yeah, this 2 we actually did capitalize on. Then 2 break evens, and here is just super shitty price action. And what we had for the first half of 2017 for the other video, basically, it was a plus 3R, a 2R because it's a loss, then 5R, 8R, 11R, then we have okay. So overall, it's been a good performance, and yeah, it is a little bit strange because I'm thinking at the moment, I was thinking like we only had 1 loss on gold, which is quite uncommon, okay, because usually you will always have more losses. But yeah, this is how basically the things went in 2017. 2 break evens, we had 1 loss and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no 4 and 5 winners. So overall it's been okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 wins, 6 wins and 1 loss. So overall it's been a 17R. So 17R with 2 break evens, which is actually pretty good performance. It is pretty good performance, but if you think about it, it is just a case that we only had 1 loss, because there will always be more than 1 losses. Okay, like in this particular price action, yes, it did happen that we only had 1 loss, but usually will be more. Anyway, I am quite surprised, and it has been I mean, gold is always a little bit strange. Now, lately in the last year, so 2018 and 2019, price action has been a little bit different from this, but overall, yeah, this was good as well. But 2018, 2019 price action has been a little bit easier to read. But anyway, yeah, we did perform quite well on gold if we followed our strategy. So this is what we have for gold. And yeah, I think it's all.